Hey Grande Alive, I have a shoe. I have two shoes, one on each foot, and this is your weekly Newsish Roundup brought to you by Grande Hospital, Northwest Furniture and Mattress, EONI, and anything2digital.com. It's not just small businesses closing up their doors. Two big box clothing retailers in the area recently announced that they're shutting down their services. Penny's clothing store in downtown Grande was the first to toss in the towel, announcing last month that the Grande store, along with several other Eastern Oregon venues, would be closing up shop. And that's just the beginning. According to the Observer newspaper, last week the national chain PAYLESS shoe stores declared bankruptcy. Bankruptcy? What does that mean? Well, in this case, it means 400 PAYLESS shoe stores closing their doors, including the Island City location right here in the Grand Ronde Valley. The closing date is to be determined, but bottom line, it looks like the big box stores are finally getting a taste of their own medicine as online sales companies continue to drop not only small business brick and mortar stores, but also now it seems corporations like flies. But maybe that's just my opinion. Pretty soon, whenever you want a Big Mac, a drone with the Amazon logo will show up at your door with a bag of pasty green goo ready for you to eat. Yummy. Doesn't the future look scrumptious? Grande Alive will have more on this story as it develops. This title story was brought to you by... Alan Stogin is a goofy dude. He loves to play theater parts that are all about the goof factor. Here's a video of him playing Scuttle in the recent performance of Little Mermaid out at the Elgin Opera House.
What's that?
Abandoned business Snorflats!
Wow!
When they invented Snorflats just by chance, suddenly life was bloody dull. Snorflats are what you use to make folks dance. Give it a blow and then voila!
See? Goofy to the max. And this week I got to sit down and talk to this fun-loving dude about theater. Now, Alan loves comedies and he loves to play in them and direct them. And his most recent production that he's directing is the play I Hate Hamlet, a farce about a modern-day theater actor who is visited by the ghost of John Barrymore and coached in his pursuit to play Hamlet.
It's with, the character's name is Andrew Rowley, played by Jeremiah Dockweiler, and he is playing Hamlet in Hamlet at the Shakespeare in the Park in New York City. And he moves into this apartment. His TV show gets canceled in LA, so he moves into this new apartment that was previously owned by John Barrymore, famous actor. He played Hamlet in the 1930s, I believe, if I remember the dates correctly. He's moving in, and there's a seance held where his realtor is like, we're gonna summon John Barrymore, and ultimately she doesn't. But then he says the words, I hate Hamlet, title drop. Very obvious big title drop. And then all of a sudden the ghost of John Barrymore appears.
Oh, wow.
And so John Barrymore is now a character in the show, coaching him through how to play Hamlet and coaching him through his life. And only a couple characters can see John Barrymore. So he's giving him relationship advice with his girlfriend, and he can't leave the apartment. He can't leave until he has successfully played Hamlet.
But Alan isn't just a theater actor. He also enjoys doing film, and he was recently in one of my creative shorts called The Label Maker. And one of the things we got to talking on was about continuity in film versus continuity in theater.
Continuity in theater isn't in takes. Continuity in film is within takes. Continuity in theater is, I left the prop on stage, I need it to be there. It somehow gets moved during the next scene and it's not there. Or something went wrong on stage and I got punched in the nose somehow and I got a bloody nose. In the next scene, it's fixed and it's gone and I don't ever discuss it ever again. That's continuity.
Overall, the conversation was a goofy and somewhat ADD conversation about theater, film, and plays, and various other subjects. The rest of this discussion can be watched on the LeGrandeLive.tv Facebook page. And here's your upcoming events with Emily Adair from Go Magazine in Get Out and Go.
Hi, I'm Emily Adair from Go Magazine.
And I'm Will Bowman from LeGrande Alive, and this is Get Out and Go.
With Earth Day just around the corner, Art Center East had an easy time coming up with a theme for this year's Arts for All. The activities at the free community event will focus on recycling and upcycling items from around the house.
Also in the Grand, my music professor John McKinnon will showcase his new compositions during a 30-minute concert at EOU. The concert will include performances by other EOU faculty, and the show is free.
Cook Memorial Library has several upcoming events, including its regular Teen iCraft and Foreign Film Friday. The library is also hosting Rick Huddle, a Portland-based children's performer who sings and tells silly songs and stories.
Looking over to Wallowa County, Fish Trap will hold its final fireside event with 3 local writers and an open mic session for others to share their work. Then, an old-time community dance will take place in Enterprise and will feature a live band and caller to explain the dances.
And in Baker City, the Community Orchestra will perform its spring concert with arrangements like West Side Story and the Pink Panther.
For more information, grab a copy of this week's Go magazine, which is inserted in The Observer and the Baker City Herald.
Go magazine is also distributed in businesses around town, and we're online at gonortheastoregon.com. You can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
For more local content, check out legrandalive.tv. Thanks for tuning in to Get Out and Go.
In sports, small children played with small bats and got small endorphin blasts when they scored this week. The LeGrand Tigers boys baseball team went 1-1 with Pendleton, beating them in the first game 5-4 in 10 innings. But they couldn't keep it up. Pendleton swung it around and came back for the second game, smashing the Tigers 6-1. The Tigers girls softball team had an even worse pair of games against Pendleton. They lost both games 4-1 and 2-0, bringing their early season winning streak to a screeching halt. The Union Cove baseball team lost 2 games this weekend against Elgin, the first 0-3 and the second 0-10, back-to-back. The next games for Union Cove baseball team are scheduled for the 15th against Sherman Arlington, as are the next games for Elgin against Dartford South Wasco. LeGrand also plays McLaughlin at McLaughlin on the same day. And here's your EOU sports and Around the Mountain with Evan and Chris.
I'm Evan House.
I'm Chris Duarte.
This is Around the Mountain in about 90 seconds.
Friday and Saturday, the EOU softball team took 3 of 4 from the Eagles of Northwest. Highlighting the series was Haley Klein in the circle, who went 2-0 through 2 5-hitters and K 19 batters in total. Friday, the junior struck out 12 to tie her career best for strikeouts in the game. Her performance led her to be named CCC Pitcher of the Week. The Mounties traveled to Vancouver, British Columbia this weekend for a 4-game series beginning Friday at 2 p.m.
The men's and women's track and field teams traveled to Spokane for the War 10 meet this past weekend. Both teams took home 6th place and even battled NCAA teams such as Washington State, Gonzaga, and Seattle University. In 20 events, the men's and women's teams racked up 55 and 49 points respectively. Some notable finishes for the women included Harley McBride taking first in the high jump, the 4x100 team of White, Reddington, Jolly, and Current taking second, and Zalman earning second in the javelin toss. For the men, Coverbatch took first in the 100-meter dash. The 4x100 team of Coverbatch, Klein, Goodrich, and Lewis Allen took first and now sit at second all-time in EOU history. And lastly, Thomas Morello III raced for 3rd place in the 800.
That's a wrap. Join us next week as we take you around the mountain in about 90 seconds.
For more information, visit us at www.eusports.com.
And be sure to check out LeGrand Alive Live, our weekday evening live stream every night at 6 p.m. for all your most recent LeGrand Alive content. And that's your weekly Newsish Roundup. This roundup was brought to you by Ronde Hospital, Northwest Furniture and Mattress, EONI, and anythingtodigital.com. Please like and share this video and tune into legrandalive.tv for more local content.